Hello everyone, welcome to my live stream. It's time for another Chibi Friday. Today I'm fulfilling a Patreon reward. This reward was special because I had a limited time offer for new patrons who signed up. They would receive a Chibi drawing of their choice just for signing up. So I only had one person claim that offer, and he asked for Poe Dameron from Star Wars as his chibi, so that's what I'm going to be drawing today. I'm going to try to hurry. I got started a little late, and I have a special Pokemon raid happening at 1, so I've got to end at my normal time of 12:30 in order to get ready and get out there for that, because I don't want to miss out. I don't often get to do the raids, and when Pokemon Go sent me that special raid pass, it's one time, one place only, I gotta go do that. So I'm just gonna try to get this done faster, a little faster than usual, but I'm not gonna sacrifice quality. So if I can't get it done by 12:30, then I just won't finish it on camera. I'll go do my raid and then I'll come back and finish it off camera. I'm just setting the body up right now. It's actually kind of hard to find a full body reference of Poe Dameron. I did finally find one. He doesn't have the most expressive face in it, so I might change his expression just a little bit. And I'll probably need to go look up a different reference so I can... This isn't going to make any sense, but see, he's holding his helmet under his arm. But because Chibi heads are so big, if he was doing this with a helmet that actually fit on his head, he wouldn't be able to hold it. I'm just going to draw one that he can hold, even though there's no way. Maybe if someone animated this, it would be like, if he holds it, it's small, and when he goes to put it on his head, it somehow becomes big enough to go on. That's my explanation. So let's see. I'm not sure what he's holding in his other hand. I don't think it's important. It doesn't look like a blaster or something like that, so I'm just going to have his hand hanging down and not have it holding anything. Might just be like an oil rag or something. I really can't tell. It's so dark in that part of the picture. I chose this one where there was another one where he has like his more casual outfit on, but I've always loved these jumpsuits. These X-Wing jumpsuits. X-Wings are my favorite. They're just so cool. They're just so freaking cool. I have a Lego set of Poe's X-Wing. I haven't put it together yet because I had to pack it away pretty soon after receiving it. I think I got it for Christmas or something, like as a Christmas party exchange gift kind of thing, Secret Santa or something. So it's sitting in my box of other puzzles. Okay, so he's kind of looking off into the distance. His head is tilted this way and kind of tilted up. Use these cross lines to help me remember how the head is supposed to be. It's still pretty straight on though. You can see both ears equally. He's got a pretty strong jaw, so even though I generally give Chibis the same jawline, in this case I'm going to give him a little bit of a stronger jaw than I normally do for Chibis. Let's help it look more like him. Let's see, let's draw his ears. I'm going to draw his ears, but his hair actually covers the top part. That's how his hairstyle goes. Let's see, give me my little eraser. I'm changing up how I'm doing my live streams. I'm not going to do as much super rigorous scheduled stuff. I tried that for a while, but it's not like it caught anyone's interest, my doing that. Been live streaming for on and off, admittedly, but for about 6 months. And it's not like people tuned in like, oh, it's the second Monday, it's time for whatever. So I'm going to be a little more free with what I'm doing. But I think I'd still like to continue doing Chibi Friday because it's just the end of the week. And Chibis are really easy for me to draw. So it's like sort of like ending my week on something less intense, I guess. Okay, now little eraser shavings. And now it looks like he's holding a little basketball. I'm gonna have to zoom in on his outfit. I think this is probably good for that, so let's start zooming in. Where should I start? I guess I'll start right here. Yeah, the rebellion in Star Wars is the coolest. Luke Skywalker's always been my favorite character. Just always really liked him. When I was a kid, I would pretend that I was Luke Skywalker's daughter. I'd imagine that. I'd practice my force powers. I'd practice trying to close my door using the force. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like I'm an actual Jedi. I was never able to close my door with the force. Oh well, you don't have to be a Jedi to be part of the rebellion. I'm drawing his little vest. He's got this thing right here on the front. Gosh, I love these new movies so much. There's like this huge divide in like the fandom or whatever, and I'm just avoiding it all. I'm avoiding anyone who wants to get too complicated, because I'm enjoying it the same way I enjoyed it as a kid. It's just meant to be fun. I don't like getting so serious about it that you're like fighting over it and everything. It just ruins it. So I've been really loving the movies because I'm not interested in being critical. That's how I feel about a lot of movies too, not just Star Wars. Like, I don't like going in depth. I just want to watch the movie. If I like it, I like it. If I don't like it, then I don't like it. I don't want to argue about it or anything. I just want to enjoy it, or if I didn't enjoy it, I want to forget about it. Okay. It's got all these little buttons. If I draw too many of them, I think I'm just gonna draw like one button here. There's so many buttons on this, it's just gonna be too much detail for such a tiny little space. There's this little circle right here. I'm drawing a circle. Don't want to overwhelm this super tiny little thing with a million lines. Now, let me see, where is this hose going? It's going to nowhere. Just sort of disappears. Interesting. It just like disappears under another strap. Alright, that's fine. Okay. I gotta finish his collar and stuff first. Just leave the hose. Leave the hose while I'll draw a little to acknowledge that the hose is there so I don't forget. Now his helmet, just leave that. It's pretty much a circle. So just leave that for now. And little V here for his collar. Can't see much of it because of his chibi head. Oh, it's so small I can't fit the Rebellion logo in here. These are little padded things. There's lines there. Okay, I really want to fit it. Maybe it won't be perfect, but at least recognizable. Just that little swoop. And it's like a triangle on the top. Yeah, that's good enough. Yay! So you can tell that it's there. And here's this side. Why do I always get hungry when I start streaming? I'm just suddenly so hungry. Admittedly, I didn't eat my snack yet today, but I've been so busy that I didn't feel hungry until just this second. Just this exact moment. There's another circle. And more lines for padding. And it connects behind the hose here. Now there's a little... Okay, if I move this down again. Man, I'd love to have a cosplay outfit of this and just be myself as an X-Wing pilot. I would love that. There's a little pouch right here. I don't want to overload it with details, but I do like to include these little details in the Chibi outfits because that makes it more recognizable. Okay, the jumpsuits have a really tight, like elastic band around the wrist. And it poofs out. It's like poof. There. That's good. Now the straps for this just kind of go out like that. And I guess I need to draw the belt first. And then we'll draw the hose because it goes belt and then there's this belt strap and then the hose sort of just disappears behind this belt strap. It's got this cool swoopy uppy hardware. Swoopy uppy. Now where do these straps go? Just kind of go down to the knees, back and around. Like that. Yep. I need my super tiny eraser. Ooh. Don't need you yet. And a little white gel pen. Don't need you yet. Okay. Now for this hose. Whoop, 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 whoop. There. And erase the belt. Perfect. Now what else do we have here? It does have something hanging off of his belt. I don't know if it's a blaster or if it's like a tool gun for working on the X-Wing. So I'm just going to make it. It's in shadow anyway, so it doesn't matter if it's too recognizable. More hardware for the other side. So there's straps. And I just really love all the new characters. I love this guy. I love... I can't even remember all their names. So many. I haven't watched the movies that much. That's why I can't remember their names. Because I'm determined, although Netflix told me that they have the movies on, so maybe I should just watch that on Netflix this weekend. But I'm not buying the Blu-rays yet because I want to wait for some Ultimate Edition that has like all the movies in it. But by waiting, means I can't just watch them unless they're on Netflix like they apparently are, so that's good. And on this arm, you can really see that. Whatever that is, it's like on the side. That band is on this. You can't really see it on this arm because of the angle. It's angled away. Okay, I think I can do the helmet now. I need to zoom in a little further. Hope I get it right, or at least close enough. Okay, goes like this, and around here like this. He's got his visor. It's not all the way out, it's sort of tucked in. No visor. This is hilarious. There's no way a chibi head is fitting inside this. Okay, then it's like the cheek guards come down. The helmet. And he's holding this one. Of course, he doesn't have fingers as a chibi, but then it curves around the back for the inside, and this is all dark. Ah, and another rebellion symbol. I always loved playing there was this N64 game, and I was terrible at it. I was always so bad at it. I should try to play it again. Now that I have like 20 years of gaming experience under my belt, I should try it again, because I was only like 12 or 13 when I tried to play it, and I hadn't grown up until that point playing video games. Like, that's when I really started playing video games. I had a Game Gear before that, but the games were pretty hard on it for like a 7-year-old who didn't have like gamers for parents. Figuring it all out. And I have the two games that I had on my Game Gear, I have them now on like I think on my 3DS. They made them available. Like, that's exciting. Okay, this is the vest coming down just like on this side. Oh, it should come down a little further, I guess, to match the other side. Maybe this side just shouldn't be visible. Yeah, do that. What else? What else? I think I've got everything for here. Okay, bottom half. And we'll zoom out a little bit. Don't need to be that close. It's got pockets. It's got all the pockets. There's like 50 pockets on here. Okay. Your pocket here. And let's see. The way this works is like, goes up like that. And there's another pocket right here, it looks like. It's like a curved pocket. And this one comes down on the side. And the pants are nice and baggy for mobility. And here's another pocket down lower on the leg. You can carry everything you need. Everything you need in these pants. Some spark plugs or something strapped around his leg in case you need some more spark plugs mid-flight. Just hand them to your Astro Droid. Replace this spark plug for me, R2. Spark plugs. I don't know if that's what these are. And he's just got another strap around this butt. We're getting really close to the boots. The boots are really round, super round, so get that round toe. Even though the feet are the absolute smallest part of the chibi body. I think that's good though. I think I captured it. Okay, Alright, his body is done. Let's go up. Oh, I can tell what he's holding now. It's his gloves. I'm not going to draw him because it's just, there's so much going on in this tiny little, like, 1.5 inches of space. Oops. I wanted to zoom in, but I pressed the next button instead. Yeah, it's just not very expressive in this picture. I'm going to look for one where he's got a more, just smiling or something. Smile, smile, smile. Oh, that picture's so cute. It's hard because so many of these pictures are pretty dark, so I can't see like his eyes. They're always in shadow. I think his hair is a key thing for making his chibi recognizable too. I need this big fluffy hair he's got. Here's like a what do you call it? Like a promotion image. And it doesn't show his full hair, dang it. Dang, I can't believe it was so hard to find some well-lit picture of him that I can use as a reference. A serious face. So hard also to find a not super serious face. It's a chibi, I want it to be a little more happy. Well, I think I'm just gonna have to make the best of. Let's see. I need his head to be facing forward. That's another thing. I want it to match this picture that I've already sketched out. This isn't bad. Let's just look at this one. Oh, dang it. I just wanted to pick her. View image. And save. To this top. Yeah, it's just too, he's like expressionless. Oh, come on. I'm gonna go open it. There we go. Zoom in on his face. It's a little bit blurry. Oh well, I can use this. He's almost smiling in this picture. I guess he must have brown eyes, and that's gotta be why it's so hard to tell what color of eyes he has. They must just be brown. Because I have dark brown eyes myself, and it's like you can't they just look black most of the time, unless it's in really good lighting. He's got really cute creases on his eyes. They're like, like it comes out, like the crease comes all the way out to the corner of his eye. It's really cute. He does have really heavy lids too, so I'm going to make sure to, that'll help make Chibi more recognizable. It's a feature that I'll make sure to include. So when I Chibify something, I really simplify a lot of anatomy and stuff, especially when I'm Chibifying something that's based on reality rather than something that's already been simplified because it's a character or something. He's got his lovely teeth showing. That's pretty cute. I'm always amused by my own chibis. That's why I like drawing them. That's why, of all the things that I'm not going to try to do so regularly anymore, chibis I'm going to hang on to. So I always enjoy making them. Okay. Keep getting distracted. He's got a little boo-boo on his face. I don't know if I should... I guess I won't, because this is from a totally different reference picture than the rest of the body. I won't include it. Alright, he's got little sideburns coming down. Guess I can get rid of this now. eyebrows up higher. I guess I'm sort of a worried expression having them low. No, it doesn't. I don't like that either. Now that looks like there's a question in his expression. I don't want to do that. I want him to look just like confident. Not like he's asking something. Oops, got a little bit on here. Dang it. There. Okay, just noticed the other eye is kind of arcing up higher. So I'm going to make a match. That's a bit better. Need a little more like playful eyebrows, I think. I'll keep messing with it until I like it. I'm getting there, but still not enough. I'm gonna do it again. This time I think I'll go hopefully this doesn't end up looking too angry. I don't want it to look angry. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's more like what I wanted. Shorten that one up a little bit though. Oops. I was trying to hold it with the butt of my hand, but it wasn't working. Okay, hair time. Looks like maybe he does have a little widow's peak. And his hair is like swooping all around here, like down and up. It swoops up here and back down like a curl like this. And a little bit right there, the hairline. And it's swept back here. Let's erase these. here, it kind of comes in down here. Swooping all around. Swoops up here too. Let's see, from right above, right about here. Swoops way up. Swoops right here. Swoop, swoop, swoop. Swooped back here. Still swooping. It's kind of messy right here around his ear. You remember I put this little footrest over on this side of my workstation. I've been working such long hours recently that my back and my foot are killing me. It's weird how sitting has been hurting my foot, which is plantar fasciitis from too much exercise. It's weird that something where I'm totally not exercising exacerbates the problem. Oh, look at that. He's looking so handsome. Okay, other side. Got some hair coming down here like this. And more swooped back hair. It just keeps swooping around. And it's even around his ears too. It's got this nice messy look. It's got some pretty strong lines here. Yeah, I think that's pretty good for the pencil. Put this away. Get out my favorite inking pen. Current favorite. Oh. Gotta stretch for a second. Poor lower back just really hurts. My right tricep hurts too. I don't know what I did that hurt it so much. I'm left-handed, so it can't be that I worked on art too hard. Hair is where this pen really shines with inking. Not literally, but where it does its best work. Alright, I wanted to make sure to show hair covering the top of his ears, because that's how it goes. Pre-ordered the Inktober box from Art Snacks for this year. I was holding off because I don't know, it's a lot of money, and I'm really not making back money on all the art supply stuff I buy. So I was hesitant because I've bought like every Art Snacks box ever, except for I bought the first lettering box, but that's just not of interest to me, so I haven't ordered anything else from that. And I haven't been ordering their new subscriptions either, because they're just way too expensive. I cannot afford that and a regular subscription to them. But I still just wasn't sure about Inktober until yesterday. I pre-ordered it because just everybody around me is talking about it. So many people are excited for it, and it just started making me excited for it, so I decided to just go ahead and take the plunge. October is still a while away. Maybe I'll get some more supporters on Patreon. That'll help me buy art supplies. Not just art supplies, but I really need to upgrade my PC. Since last stream, I have decided that I just can't live stream digital art unless it's going to be some little tiny piece, because it's just too much to handle a large illustration. My PC can't do it. I can't stream at the same time, at least. And I'd also really like to join the Treasure Valley Artists Alliance. For one, if you join at any level, you get 40% off at the best art supply store in town. My favorite art supply stores. Like, ooh, I need that. That would definitely be worth it. And then the level I'd like to join includes 4 art shows a year, entry into 4 art shows a year. And since this Artist Alliance it's well established, it's been around for quite a while, at least a decade. And so getting my work into shows like that will really help me get exposure and help boost my career by meeting new clients or customers, or maybe even patrons if they are web savvy and want to join my Patreon. It's tough because it takes money to make money. It's like I can't afford just regular old advertising. Facebook is always nagging me to advertise, like, oh, you can boost this post for $5, and it's like, oh, we'll show it to 500 people, and maybe that sounds like a lot, but on the internet, 500 is like nothing. Especially if it's just 500, we'll show it to people, because on Facebook, people just scroll past. So just because it's shown doesn't mean it's worth anything. So pay Facebook for something that will only like show up once once in a single day to a few people who may or may not even look at it, much less like click through. No, it's not worth it. It's not worth the money. Which is always nagging me. Oh, your post is doing well. Boost it. I miss the days when you didn't have to do that, when Facebook didn't harness everything. So I think a lot of people don't even know or don't even remember that it used to be when you create content, people get to see your content. But it's been a long time since Facebook realized, oh, if we prevent people from seeing content, then we can get people to pay to allow people to see it. It's just so dumb. I already spent all this time, effort, money creating it, and then I have to pay even more for people to actually be able to see it. Once someone hits like on my page, they should be able to see everything I post. If they didn't want to see it, they wouldn't have hit like. But there's nothing you can do about that, so I try not to think about it. Just try to think of other ways I can reach people and make my career a success. Right now it's really tough. I'm really thankful for my friend who is the new patron who I'm making this picture for. Because last week or the week before, I can't remember, I decided that I should ask some individual people what they think of my Patreon. Give me some advice. Help me figure out why it's not succeeding. Because for about 6 months I had a single patron, my best friend. No one else, turned out no one else had even heard of it. It's because of those algorithms. Even though I was posting about it all this time, people hadn't even heard of it. They hadn't seen my posts. So my friend who just joined, he joined it. I was asking him to just see what he thought of it and give me his advice, but he joined up. I was really happy about that. Unfortunately, right now, with the 2 supporters I have, it's not even enough to really cover the cost of the rewards at the moment. Once more people join up, then that will cover the cost and allow me to actually start putting some of these funds toward making art. Right now it's all going toward reward fulfillment. Just doing what I can. Doing what I can to get exposure and let people know I'm out there. Posting my link everywhere. I asked people on DeviantArt in a forum post for help. Unfortunately, DeviantArt is still it's just really trashy. And the only reason I stick around is because I've just been on the site for so long. I've been on there for 15 years now. I have 15 years of art. All the oldest stuff is hidden now because I don't want people to think that's... DeviantArt doesn't make it clear that a piece is old. Show it to someone and that person would think that's all I'm capable of. So I hid all my old art unless I still like it. But the 2 decent responses I got from people on DeviantArt about my Patreon, they brought up, at least one person brought up the fact that if I'm worried about posting about it too much and kind of turning people off because I'm just posting about my Patreon all the time, talking about it all the time, scaring them away. It doesn't really matter even if I do, because those are not the kind of people that would support me, so it's not a loss if they decide to stop following me because of my promotions. And that made me feel a lot better, because I really need the support of people who believe in me. So if they don't believe in me, it doesn't bother me if they don't want to stick around. I'm not going to be doing Chibis as rewards anymore, though, for my Patreon, because I learned that contests are considered gambling by Patreon, so they're technically not allowed. But there's no way I can draw a Chibi for every supporter, like every month. At first I tried to change to a system where it's like, okay, you get a Chibi every 6 months. But then I kept talking with a few people about what I could do to improve my Patreon. And one person who is running her own business, which she started up, and she does everything herself, and she's doing extremely well because she gets out there and gets her product out there. And I am a customer of hers. I have her. It's called Toasted Muesli. It's like an alternative to granola that isn't so sugary, so the macros are way better. And it tastes good. I have it for breakfast every morning, along with I mix it with K's protein cereal. Anyway, she had some great ideas from a more business standpoint. And she made me realize that I needed to get focused on my art. What I was trying to do was offer anything I could, anything in the past that someone had found value in. So I was offering like merchandise. I essentially made my Patreon into an online artist alley table, like from an anime convention, but talking to my business person friend and thinking about what she said on my own. What that did was made me realize that online Artist Alley table just doesn't work with Patreon, because Artist Alley, people save up for months or even all year. I've done it. Save up like all year for conventions. And then once they get to the convention, they are just ready to buy anything and everything because they've got all this money and this is what they saved it for, and they are just stoked. And Patreon is not like that. Patreon's not asking you to blow a bunch of money at once. It is asking for regular, continued support. That's just totally different from what Patreon is. So I completely changed the format of my reward system, and I think it's a lot better now. I feel much more confident in it because it allows me, instead of making things that people are interested in but aren't what I want to actually do with my art career, instead of having to split my focus like that, all the rewards are tied into what I want to do, which is my, full size, full color, super detailed, really well thought out and planned illustrations. So now all the rewards come from those illustrations. Whenever I finish one, I send out either, depending on the level, either postcards or prints featuring that work And that just makes so much more sense. It should really tie into what I want to do instead of making me do side stuff all the time. Then my chibis can just be for fun or for gifts, or if someone wants to commission me specific for a chibi, then that's fine too. Okay, this is looking pretty good. I'm gonna do a little more detail work. Probably not going to be able to get this done before I need to go to my Pokemon raid, but I'll do what I can. Do what I can on camera. I'll definitely get the ink job done. No question about that. I need to look at this closely. See if there's any graphite. There is. A little bit of graphite I haven't erased. Maybe I'll just cut out early here after I finish the ink, and then I could come back later and finish the coloring as a separate stream. Just do a part 1 and a part 2. Cause I'm getting really hungry. I gotta get ready and go to the raid point. So funny because this is just like an MMO raid, only it's like in real life. So you're like getting all your equipment and stuff ready, but you have to literally go outside, and I actually really like that. That's super cool. It's like being in the game world, only the real world is the game world. It's so weird to explain, but I'm sure some other gamers out there understand what I'm saying. Who hasn't wanted to live in a game world? And now Pokemon Go has made the game world the real world. I don't know. It doesn't sound as cool. It doesn't sound as cool when I say it. But it is. It's so cool. It's so fun. Like sometimes when I go trail running, which I haven't done this year because of my dang foot, I imagine that I'm Link running through Hyrule, like Breath of the Wild style Hyrule. Running through the wilds. And then Pokemon Go has kind of done that with the real world too. Giving me that feeling that it's the game world, but it's real world. Details. I love doing these details with ink to begin with because it always looks so good if you put that extra effort in before you even start coloring. There will be a little more dark inking like this happening at the very end, because I'll do that dark border that I like to do. But I like to do that at the very end so that it covers up any marker that escaped the lines or colored pencil that went over the top of the the ink or something like that. Oh, my stomach just went grow. Stomach is so hungry. Man, my ear is ringing for some reason. I have a feeling that the air conditioning was just on and then it turned off. I don't actually remember if that's the case, but I feel like that's why my ear is ringing. Help out all these little dark areas with some ink. Shoot, what color is it on this helmet? Yeah, it's red. And it needs to have some more lines coming down because it's silver. These beets are dark. Oh yeah, man, I'm getting so hungry. So hungry, man. I love doing this hatching. It looks so good. Looks so dang good. Okay. Right there. Okay, I think that's good for now. I'm gonna go ahead and try what, either this is it or I'll come back later. Depends on what happens today, if I have time to stream again a little bit later today. I'm gonna cut out a little bit early so I can have some lunch and get ready to go out. I'm stretching again. Oh, geez. I gotta go do my Pokemon raid. I hope I catch whatever it is. I forgot what Pokemon it was gonna be. And I also hope that enough people show up that I can defeat whatever it is. I'm level 34, but that's not enough to defeat like the level 5 Pokemon. Anyway, I might be back later today to finish this off. If not, I'll be back on Monday. Thank you for watching.